Hey guys, it's Whiskey Talkin. I'm Ryan Robinette. I'm a singer-songwriter, producer, entrepreneur, now podcaster, based out in Nashville, Tennessee. And this is Whiskey Talkin, and this is my buddy.
I'm his buddy. I'm Caleb. I'm a videographer, photographer, a little bit of everything, podcast maker, I guess.
Yeah.
Dream maker.
Dream.
It's good to be here. Good to see you guys again. Eventually, we won't have to intro because you'll just know us and you'll be like, oh, these guys, you know. But we got a real special guest today. We're glad you guys joined us, obviously. Make sure you guys are leaving comments, leaving likes. It helps us out, too. But, yeah, go ahead and take her away. He's chewing on a...
Well, I also noticed that this was, like, way low. And I'm like, I bet you that's probably not, like...
Yeah, you probably got it up a little bit.
All right, today we have with us Mr. Tony Earnheart.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? So let's start out. Just tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a musician. I'm from Ohio. My name is Tony Earnheart. I just have kind of like delved into writing songs. I play guitar for people, more backing guys and helping guys write for years and stuff. So Tony Earnhart's kind of a new thing as a songwriter and stuff. So this year I've released a single. I have a single coming out soon on the 6th of next month. And bro, I'm just out here trying to make music and do my thing. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Straight up.
All right. So tell us about the Earnhardt name. So your artist name on Spotify and everything is just Earnhardt.
It's like, right? It's kind of more of like, I had envisioned a band when I first started. So I was like, Earnhardt's like a hard ass name. Like, that's sick. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, but everybody I was starting to work with was like,
tell them how it's spelled too, by the way.
Yeah, it's like Earnhardt, like EARNHEART. So it's like earn the heart of the listener is like where I was going with the vibe of the name. So not like Dale Earnhardt, but everybody always says that. But it's kind of a nice conversation piece. It's like, oh, yeah. Earnhardt. Yeah, I mean, like everybody's heard Earnhardt, so it's kind of tight. But yeah, it's like earn the heart of the listener and like heartfelt stuff. You know what I mean? That I always say it's like for the brokenhearted is like my tag. So
yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean Earnhardt. I mean that name is just synonymous with
huge
country.
I thought it was hard, so I was like, bet
with rednecks and beer drinkers and everything else. So
hey, you already know.
Yeah. So what got you into like what made you want to start songwriting versus what you've been doing?
Well, I've always loved songwriting. I've always loved guitar. I just love the sick guitar riffs. And
guitar. That's how I met.
I'm a big guitar guy.
Tony first. So Trey Myers, who was on one of our podcasts, with Alan Carl, another Ohio guy. I met Tony. Tony was playing lead guitar for Trey.
The GOAT. Trey Myers. Check that man out.
We started hanging out when they would come down to Nashville and writing and stuff too. Tony's an amazing guitar player, so I would like to learn. Like, I'm
decent at best.
When did you get into guitar?
So I saw the movie Crossroads with Ralph Macchio.
Heck
and
here's a funny story.
Steve Vai, that guitar dude just sucked me in, and like I think I would rewind that over and over and over and watch that. I was like, that's what I want to do.
Dude, my uncle had that on. No one's gonna know what this is. Beta. Before VHS, there was Beta.
It's crazy.
It's almost like the 8 tracks. Like that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
The old big cassette.
Yep.
And it was just a little bit smaller than VHS. But I remember every time I would stay at my uncle's, we would watch that, and that was one of my favorite movies. Dude.
Legendary.
I just it was so oddly inspiring and cool.
I picked up the harmonica because of that movie, and I just was like, I was just like mesmerized by the soul of the spirit. There's a spirit in that movie. It
is cool, man.
That's like where I started, and like I was super into Green Day as a kid. My brothers, I basically like followed the path of what my brothers loved, and it was like the Ramones and Green Day and the Sex Pistols. So like my early years were like straight punk rock because like my mom was in a country band. And I was like traveling around with her and doing all the fairs. I think I got left with a couple of them things, but yeah, dude. I'm not sure, but it was like country music was like shoved down my throat. But like that's where my family comes from. that's where I come from. But as a kid, you're like, I don't know, like kind of rebelled against it a little bit. But yeah, so obviously later on in life, like that came out of me. But which I love country music. I come from a country music family, and but the early years was like punk rock, metal, Lamb of God.
I think
was, I like that's where like the guitar comes in and stuff. So
yeah, I was gonna say definitely. I think just
Mark Morton's a goat.
As young musicians, writers, artists, whatever you want to do in music, the one thing that I've always said too, and I find across the board, the people that are truly successful in it are so well-rounded on their musical knowledge and who they've listened to and everything else, because that's how you find out exactly where you fit in. You take stuff you love, you leave stuff you don't.
Yeah.
And you try to just find your sound. And I feel like over and over, especially our generation, we had the internet and everything too. So we just
MySpace.
We had access to so much.
There's a MySpace playlist. It's all the scene bands and stuff. You can check that.
We were the
what's called. I'll let you know.
We were the first generation to actually have access to independent music without going to a bar or anything and listening to it. You know what I mean?
We listened to that on CDs in our cars. You know what I mean? I
stole so much music, man.
Yeah, my brothers did. So I didn't have to worry about that. So yeah, Napster.
No, yeah, I don't know what the statute of limitations is on that.
No, they don't care.
Don't come check my hard
drive. Yeah.
No, I
don't pull up on your boy.
I remember LimeWire. I don't remember Napster.
Yeah, and then there was Kazaa too, and it was like kind of the same thing. It was the same user interface and everything. It was the same, like, people that designed it. Yeah.
And it was just music's just been such a big part of my life, bro. And from every aspect of helping me get through hard times. My brothers are why I play music. Like that almost shook me up, but
okay,
that was like they were.
When did you start playing music?
So I was like 14. I was out playing in bars.
So when did you start learning to play guitar and like
I was probably 12.
Okay. Yeah.
11, 12.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was probably I think I was almost 14, and by the time I was almost 15, I was out playing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yep. It starts early. Kind of have to. But I don't know. I've met a lot of people that start late that are great. So
yeah, it's so much easier to get over that fear and stuff when you're younger, though.
Telling you.
Yeah.
No, I've tried to pick a guitar up. I get like
it's too heavy for them.
I know ABC bottom chord.
They can be heavy.
They're string, not even chord. Yeah. I can play that. Play ABC.
Well, yeah.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
That was one of the first ones I learned. But
all right.
So yeah, it was basically my brothers got me into music, man, and I have them to thank for that. So it was like the Green Day thing, the punk rock thing, and then I later got into metal.
Yeah.
So I played in metal bands for years, dude. And I come from Ohio, which like
the musicianship and stuff. It's obviously if you're playing guitar and stuff for that, like it's way more fun.
Yeah, you got to riff.
Mm-hmm.
You got to riff, bro.
Stays active the whole time.
Straight up, it's high energy and it's nasty. There was I got the pleasure, which is like he's the United States Army's like lead guitar player. His name was Wolfgang Fox, and this guy he's a madman. It's wild. This guy's crazy. But yeah, check that man out. He's on the internet. Wolfgang Fox. He's absolute shredder. So
he's German.
The first metal band that I don't know if he's German, but he's crazy talented and just such a cool dude. But dude, I remember.
How do you spell it? How do you spell the last name?
Wolfgang Fox.
Just like sounds.
Yeah. But yeah, what's his tag? Let me see.
I'm pretty sure that we can find that.
Yeah, let me see.
Fox.
The Guitar Soldier.
The
Guitar Soldier. So yeah, this man.
I mean, that's what that sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah, but
sounds like there should be like a movie made about him.
Yeah. There should be. And this kid loves. I mean, he's a grown ass man now, but when I met him, he was a kid. He loves Pantera, dude. Loves Pantera. Like
who didn't love Dimebag?
Yeah, he was like doing. Yeah, Dimebag was his hero. So. He basically started me riffing and learning guitar was him coming over, and I had these two twin beds in my room, and he would sit on one, and I would sit on the other, and we would just be facing each other, and he would teach me these crazy songs for this band we were in, bro, and dude, he was just he was a big part of like helping me like cut my teeth when it comes to riffing. So
yeah, man, you learn way more, especially when you're around people that are excited about it.
Yeah.
We talked about that, and that's like one of the biggest benefits of Nashville is you're constantly around people chasing something.
Yeah.
And they're excited, they're ambitious, they're ready to go. And that's very contagious energy.
It's crazy because that's so weird you say that, because I live in Ohio, and it's just, I feel like I'm looked at constantly weird. And then from wanting to do this all the time.
Have you noticed that since like you were even little though? Because
bro, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely a thing. I think that'll always be a thing. But yeah, it's like when you come here, like I want to show people music like back home, and it's like they're like, all right. But people were asking like, oh, you got songs I want to hear? It's like, you want to hear my song?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Yeah. So you sit around, you riff with people and chop it up and listen to each other's songs and love on each other, and it's like, it's wild. This place is wild. Yeah, I love it. And it's like where I belong, I feel like, but I just have the opportunity to live here.
Yeah, well, not yet.
Not yet.
But I do, it's been cool to see kind of that community grow in Columbus too. Being an Ohio boy like myself, and again, what Flanagan's has done like with regional and everything, making sure that like local boys have a place to play, to open up for big guys, like
crazy.
And yeah, just I feel like for the first time since like I've been doing music and everything, like there's a pocket of like supportive people in Columbus or Central Ohio in general.
There's so many great artists.
Yeah, and that again, and none of them are being competitive with each other. They're like, let's do this.
Especially like in the country thing, like everybody's so supportive and just super nice and professional and humble, and yeah, it's just
there's plenty for everyone to eat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, straight up, for sure. There's Preston Cooper. That man is on fire. You got to check that boy out.
I think we've talked about him in almost every podcast so far.
Yeah, he's a man. So he's doing the damn thing. So you got him out there in Ohio. What's that?
I said he'll get there. They're doing like,
yeah,
they're doing
he's got
groundwork.
He's got it going.
That's yeah.
Yep.
Big Machine knows what they're doing.
We just want people to know too, like, we want people that aren't from Ohio to come on.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong.
This has just been actually incredibly random that it's happened this way.
And tomorrow's an Ohio guy.
So this one was...
Bro, I just hit you up today. I just was trying to come see my boy, dude.
We can run that
podcast. I'm like, bet.
So Trey and Alan came down, and it was kind of a last minute thing too. Like it was, hey, they wanted to like hang out, and I was like, you want to do a podcast while you're here?
And by the way, you're the most accommodating sweetheart on the planet. So every time you're just always trying to like lift people up. So
making me blush over here.
Yeah, you're the man.
But same with Tony. Tony just texted me. He was in town filming a video and asked what was going on. Wanted to just hang out a little bit, and I was like, well, Caleb's here. You want to try to do the podcast while you're here too? So here we are.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
You got Trey Myers out there. You got Alan Carl out there.
I mean, even like Josh Melton.
Yeah.
From Ohio, like those guys. I mean, Charleston.
I saw, what's Trey and Alan headlining October 10th?
Ian Harrison.
Newport Music Hall?
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually on that show. I'm opening up that show. Yeah.
What's the other one? Ian Harrison, too?
Ian Harrison's on that show?
No, he's from...
Oh,
Columbus
Ian
area,
Harrison.
right?
Yes,
yeah,
bro.
Another
that guy is a monster.
But anyways, back to what you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like Callie Morris do you know?
Yeah. She was on The
Haley
Voice, I believe.
A little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
They kind of played some shows together, so it's like...
I think Callie was either on The Voice or American Idol. I can't remember.
It was the...
Was it? What?
The Voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another Ohio girl.
Callie
Morris. She's younger.
She's like, yeah.
Okay.
She might be 20.
Maybe. Yeah, she was her and like Haley, they were all playing like the barn and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird. Like
it is pretty weird, especially like, again, when I was growing up in Ohio and where we were at, it was you know, it was like when I started bands, it was like there was 5 bars maybe, and the only people that were playing music were a bunch of 40-year-old like drunks basically. So I was like, that was my band.
I'm like
a 14-year-old in the bar singing with a bunch of these old
6
guys.
years, 34.
But there was just no one around really that had like the same type of ambition and stuff. There was no one to connect with to like really.
It's hard to like know that you like.
But we also
gonna do this.
We lacked the social networks that we have now too, though.
Bro, it was Flyers.
It was just
Flyers and MySpace. Yeah. And there wasn't like young kids playing country music. It was all like scene rock stuff. Like, like where I'm from, like it was Hawthorne Heights,
screamo, emo. Yep.
And
yeah, same thing. I mean, where we're at, dude. Even the country, that's what it was.
Yeah, ripping bands, man. And shout out to Danny Williams though. He just passed away. Prada's drummer. It was incredibly sad, dude. It's like horrible. Him and Dave Shapiro actually just passed, and it's like that guy was responsible for all that Ohio scene rock stuff. There was like, I think he worked, I forget what agency he worked for, but yeah, super sad, but it's horrible. And but I come from the Dayton area where Devil Wears Prada, Hawthorne Heights, Miss May I,
everything
I think
from that
like Moss to Flames dudes, all kinds of like that core scene.
Cleveland, like
there's so many other bands like I can't mention off of it, but
and I feel like there's just like such a want for like non-main, like people care about artists now, you know, more as far as like wanting to see people that they know, or you know in air quotes,
or feel like they know. Yeah.
Where it's like
you're hearing their stories. Yeah.
Versus like, I mean, obviously everyone still likes your gigantic artist, but
sure,
you know, it's turned into this thing where people are like finally supporting, and like obviously social media has a big thing to do with that, but it's cool to feel like you know someone that's really trying to do something.
Well, that's the magic of socials. You get to know them on there. You know what I mean? And like, I'm just like trying to like lean into all that with the social media and like letting people know who you are and stuff. And it's like, it's just like this personable thing. And, you know, we live in a world where you can get to know somebody and never meet them.
Another thing, the true artist thing that is pretty fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh for me because like there's so many bands that I've played for,
and you've always written, and
I was kind of like always the main writer with the singer, and play guitar, and I was like always cool with being the staff to the Arrowhead and being that, you know what I mean, and like helping that arrow fly and being supportive of that, and like kind of like feeling what the singer wanted to do. Shout out Jake Holland, like that's basically,
dude.
He's the homie. Like he's such an incredible songwriter and such an incredible dude.
Person,
wild.
For sure.
So that's who I've spent most of my time writing with as a kid. But we've been writing songs after the metal. I mean, we were writing songs what in the metal when I was doing that when I was younger.
I guess what for the people maybe that knew you before or saw you in out of band stuff, what was the turning point where you were like, okay, I need to put out my own music. I want it to be my voice behind it. Like, put him on the
15 years of playing for guys, and like, I am a visionary. Like, I really do have vision, and it's like, bro, so many people are like, bro, you got to do your own thing. You've got to. You put 15 years behind this, playing for people. Like,
and for you,
very talented.
Felt like Tom.
And I was like, all right, so laced up the boots and started walking.
There you go.
Yeah. So, and this has been like a year. Yeah, man. Like writing songs for myself for Earnheart, and I'm proud of the songs that I'm writing. And honestly, the two songs that I have coming out, Jake Holland basically wrote all of them. Damn near. I just kind of found my identity in those songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like embraced them and reworked them and sang the shit out of them, and was like, because he's got a bank of stuff, so he's like, hey, I ain't gonna cut this, you want to cut it?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a great song. He was like, I'll do that one and this one. So that was really helpful for me to like kind of like get my feet wet and like the gears turning. So
yeah, when you say like you found like your vision, like what was that? Like when you're getting, like when you were like, yeah, I can do this on my own, like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna build this brand of my own music.
Well, it really wasn't even like anything other than wanting to put out vision tunes that look good.
Yeah.
I just want to put out good music and like help people with, I ain't trying to be famous. I ain't trying to really, I would love a career, but I think I'm just trying to like make great music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like first. So that's where I'm at with that.
I feel like that as long as you keep that at the heart of what you're doing.
Yeah.
You'll never be unhappy. You know, again,
I try not to expect anything. I expect the worst and hope for the best. Like, that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of the infancy stage of, like, again, this whole vision of yours. But I think there's great bones already, and I know that, again, you got a lot of stuff moving. Who all is working on this project with you?
Okay, yeah. So Sean Rogers he's just the biggest sweetheart. It's crazy that. So I put out a song. I was like, so if I'm gonna do this, I had the songs that Jake had written or whatever, but I wrote a song called "In the Blood." It's kind of it's about, like, basically me losing my dad when I was 6, and, like, not being enough for all the relationships that I've been in. No, it's all good. Yeah, that's life, happens. But I wrote that song. It's like, if I'm going to put out music first, I want it to be what I did first.
Yeah.
Until I put out some work. Because Jake, he basically wrote most of those bones. So I put out a song called "In the Blood," and it means so much.
Yeah. I love it.
It's a deep song for me, and it went over well. So I got a DM from Sean Rogers.
Do you want to play that one afterwards? Play that
we
one?
We can do that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll let you do another one, too.
For sure.
One, too.
But Sean Rogers DM'd me, was like, bro, your voice is wild. And Sean Rogers was like, he did Bailey Zimmerman's first, like, viral TikTok stuff, I believe, and a lot of Chase Matthews stuff. And he's worked with, he works with a ton of people, but he basically DM'd me, and he said he was in his studio, and somebody just randomly sent it to him, and he was like, he popped it on, and he said his wife walked downstairs and was like, that's it. He's like, she don't do that. So he DM'd me, and we hopped on a call, and he's just been the greatest to me. So
you have a big voice, and to describe the sound, I mean, you've got it since you've been here all the time, right? Zach Bryan,
bro.
It is a very organic.
It's cool because, like, people come up and they're like, "You look like Zach Bryan." I was like, "Bro, your boy's 250 with tattoos." Like, hey, they're like, "This." I think it's just the jawline or whatever. But yeah, I get that all the time. It's funny. With the Red Door last night, everybody was like, "Zach Bryan." I was Zach Bryan, Bubba.
I love it.
I got a couple shot of Rumplements out of it, though.
So when did you get down here?
This week?
Yeah.
So I'm playing guitar. Bro, it's crazy. I got a call. So I did some guitar session work with my buddy, David Vance. Shout out David Vance. That man is a bad man.
He's really cool.
Crazy writer. He's just talented. He's kind of like that new breed.
Man.
Yes. He's like that new breed hybrid, like crazy. You name it, he can do it. But he had this song called "Good Old Boy," and I played guitar on that. And basically he submitted it to DJ Highlight. He's Jelly Rolls, the Arena Rockers DJ, and he does this like music review. I forget what it's called, like Crowd Control Live. They heard that song. They played that bitch like 6 times. Like, this shit's hard. And like, who's playing guitar? And he's like, that's Tony. It's Tony Earnheart. And bro, they reached out and was like, Highlight. Colin was sitting on my couch one day. Jelly Rolls DJ FaceTimes me. He's like, yo, you want to play guitar for Doobie? That's the rapper from Ohio, they're the greatest people ever. And that's why I'm back this week.
Yeah, I love it.
And we shot a video, and we're doing the album release party because the album comes out on the 30th, I believe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's why I'm here. So shout out to Doobie. Shout out to Highlight. Holy Sinner. That's their brand. And I'm in the band, and it's crazy.
It's just trying to get it.
Yeah, Holy Sinner. This shit is hard. Wild. But that's why I'm here, man. And like, they're just introducing me to so many people, and I'm pretty sure we were at Bradley's, the Bradley Barn or whatever. And there's so much history behind that. We shot the video there with Johnny Hawkins for a song called Stone Cold. Yeah, bro. And that goes crazy. But
that's awesome,
the singer came out, he's in the video, and they did this like torture scene, and we did some live shots. It was wild, but it was Post Malone's manager's place, I believe. Nice. Yes, Brad Owens, I think, with Electric Feel. That was wild. So I've just been meeting so many people, and they've just been so accommodating. Like, they put us up, put the band up, like, they take care of us. It's insane. And it's like heavy metal shit too, so it's perfect for me. I get to, like, the music, the Earnhardt stuff is like, I do that because I love to do it. Like, but this is like my passion, the band, really. Like,
I mean, even now,
that's what I'm really focused on.
What we've seen again, like country, like what we see country artists, like again, Hardy, putting out basically hard rock to metal type production, and everything.
Jim
and going back, Jim Bob is like one of my favorite songs, like ever. Like, so many good things like that. And then again, we talked about Lakeview, kind of
those boys.
The metal meets country, and I'm like, country has just became a catch-all for anything organic.
It's a hybrid, bro.
Anything that has like real instrumentation and real lyrics, like country has became the catch-all for it. And I think it's cool because again, what we said before, I grew up on that stuff. I've seen Three Doors Down, 3 Days Grace. I've seen Rob Zombie. I've seen, on and on. Apocalyptica. Right. Like, just anything you think of. Disturbed. Like, Stained. And all of that has influenced my writing and everything too, growing up. And just like this entire generation of artists. And for once, we have like enough platforms to find open-minded people that will like your thing. And
truly, it's as an artist, it's hard to believe that. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna like? Because I'm pretty self-conscious about it. Your boys are pretty self-conscious. Like, is this good?
No, I'll tell you right now.
But it really doesn't matter.
Literally, dude,
I try not to think about that too much.
0 people like I know have like just gone through it thinking that they have it. Everyone feels imposter syndrome at some point.
Good for them, because that must be nice.
No, I said 0 people have.
Oh, okay.
No, like no one believes that. No one really. You know what I mean? It's not like
as a writer, songwriter, artist.
We manifest.
It's so vulnerable.
We envision and stuff, but like in general, you can't focus on that. You have to focus on what you were saying. Like focus on making the best music you can and trying to make music that people connect with.
Put a piece of yourself in that, man, because it's like there's so many people going through the same thing you have, and it's like
even if
we're offering like help.
Yeah, there was like this
throughout people's day.
There was this girl I was following like yesterday. I was sitting in bed last night, like just.
And you were stalking her?
No.
He was like, there's this girl I was following around town with a camera from the bushes.
I actually have footage pulled up. But no, it was on someone's story, and they were just playing like a little show, like in a house with a big piano. I was like, who is that? And I clicked on her page, and at first I was like, I don't get it. Like it was just weird. Like it's like almost like folk Appalachia, like but she's like really tiny and she's like 20. And I was like, that's weird, like like but it's cool.
And then there was probably like 10,000 people watching it.
No, she has like 50,000 followers. I was like, I want to get it. Like I'm gonna listen to enough of this until I understand what I'm listening to. And I scrolled through all of her reels, and like by the 12th one, I was like,
you're like, okay, still don't get it.
No, I got it. I did get it. I was like, I can see like why people like this now. And so that's like, it just like, it doesn't matter where you find your voice or like what even genre you're in. It's like, there's enough of an audience anywhere anymore that you're going to find
that's
it.
That's what my producer says.
Craving authenticity.
Like, bro, just go live, like be on the internet. Like, cause there are people that will relate to you and hold on to you.
Yep.
Yeah. Straight up.
And again, we become so encapsulated in what's close to us that we forget that how big this world is and how many people we actually have connections to.
Like the thought, the thought of like, oh, there's not enough,
because you don't hear it all the time around you. It doesn't mean
follow me or listen to my music. Like, they're out there.
It's crazy to think about, dude. Yeah.
And it just comes back to what you're saying too. Like if you post enough of it, if you put enough of it out there, like it will gain traction.
I was just telling Ryan, like I'm trying to lean into that, you know what I mean? And do it. I just kind of want to find a genuine way of doing that instead of just doing it for like clicks. So it's like
that's the hard part.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Because they tell you to do it for clicks.
Yeah, because like
all the like TikTok Creator Studio and Facebook, like their best practices, and it's like how to like gain more views, followers. It's always like copy other people.
Yep.
That's basically it. It's not
Truly.
like don't do your own thing.
Here's your template.
Yep.
Here's what's proven to work.
Here's what's going viral right now.
Throw your mix on it. Yeah. Throw your spice on it.
And it's like that is kind of soul crushing at times. It's like
it can be for sure.
You're like, so if I come up with this like really cool, unique idea, it might not ever catch on, and because I'm too late to the trend game. And
right, but like, you know, as an artist or whatever, you start making music, like, but they don't later, like when you're if you're, you know, you're really trying to pursue it, they don't tell you got to be the videographer. They don't tell you got to be the damn manager.
Everything.
They don't tell you, like they don't tell you have to be a company, and before
if you want to be successful
work with it,
independently, you have to
get out there and get after it.
You have to build a producing small business before anyone will want to even be a part of it.
Yep. Yeah. And that's what I tell younger. I forget her name. What's her name?
I just tell anyone that asks, I say, just do that thing like where you drive a car and there's a rope tied to your chair, and you'll get it. Like is that not on your guys' reels? Those are on mine all the time.
What?
There's this thing like where artists like they're like dangerous.
Can we go to my camera real quick?
We can pull it up. We can pull that up. But it's literally like people will fake tie a rope to a chair they're sitting in. And
bro,
you're talking about like a trust game?
Yeah.
No, it's just like, and people watch the whole reel. They're everywhere.
Nothing happens.
No, you're like,
the rope just sits.
They're gonna drag this person,
and that's why
you're
people
talking about
watch
the clickbait.
Yes.
Okay.
But
I've not seen that one, but I get it. It's always wait till the end, and then nothing happens at the end.
No, yeah, and it's just never attached to the chair, and you're like, you got me to listen.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. You're making money. Good for you.
There was one guy that did it though, and it was pretty cool because like he strapped himself into it, and it took off. I'm like, nah, this ain't real. And then he like kicked his leg up right at the end, and the whole thing like pulled off his leg. I'm like, he would have died like if he didn't get out of that thing. But like he's like, I did it for the views, and it worked. But
dang, that's crazy.
Cool.
But no, there's all kinds of stuff like that on the internet.
It gave me anxiety. I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah, we'll do one. We'll get you one up.
Imagine if he.
You want to do one now?
Imagine if he wouldn't have kicked it off his leg.
No,
the views he would have gotten. No.
Yeah, as soon as we're done, you're going to tie you to chair, Bob.
Yeah, and you're gonna do it for real.
Not it.
But yeah, that those are like just like the things where I'm like, I watch them. You know, like though I know it's not gonna happen. I know they're
every time.
Die, like, but I watch and then I hear.
You do. That's crazy.
Can we throw a beep in here?
Oh, what?
That'd be funnier. Fuck you.
Boop. Bleep.
Those people. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, you know, and there's a lot of
mark down that time.
There's a part of me that admires these kids. Like, I was gonna shout out this
Look
girl
at the
from my hometown.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Lauren Rismiller. So she's like a young artist. She's making music, and she's like, you know, she works for this local radio station. She's like, I would love to have you come play some songs on the radio. And she's super young. She's put out her first song, Hey Johnny, I think it's called. And she's like, you have any advice for me? And I'm like, you're young. This is like, so you need to just be on the internet, straight up. And ever since I told her that, she is. So it's like, I admire these kids, these younger people, even older people, like, who are really doing what you got to do to like get noticed. Yeah. Like, I just feel like sometimes I don't have that in me. Man. So it's like cool to watch people do that, like, and like not give a shit.
Well, the older you get and the longer you do it.
Yeah, you get, you know, the old dogs.
With anything, man.
Tricks.
I mean,
it's a thing.
I grew my socials, like, and it took a lot of every day.
Bro, yeah, you're popping.
Shit, like,
it's wild.
But, I mean, I haven't for a while. Like, that been growing for a while because I'm just exhausted from, like, being like
mentally
living
exhausting.
on there, man.
It's mentally
like,
exhausting.
I've done this, like, every time there's a new, like, social media platform.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
I've gotten like up to like 35K on TikTok, and I'm going to try to go back to it and see what I can get moving. But hopefully this podcast helps
just
with
keep doing that shit because that's like, you know, you're offering on like behind all that. There's so much to offer within people's lives that are like, that has a lot of substance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, any way you can get them in there, dude, and then love on them. So
yep,
it is like it's such like a double-edged sword too, because when you're young and you're growing and you see that growth, like you learn to crave it and want it, but you got to do it. Like, not that I'm like, you have to, you just have to do it if that's the life you want and you want to be someone and like grow, you have to use social media.
Yeah,
but like
100.
I know for me, like, not that I was like some crazy massive thing, but like locally, I like my whole like life when I was like 20 to 24 was just like, that was my focus. You know, it was like, oh, if I post, like I need to post today, I need to do this and that. And then like mine's a weird edge case, but like my Facebook got deleted where that's where all my algorithms were hitting and everything, like for video and like weddings and stuff like that. And then it was just like, I was like, wait, what? Like, that's why I struggle to get back into it, is just like the fact that now I'm like, okay, you built that up. It was just gone, you know, like it got hacked and then deleted permanently.
Damn.
And I could, like, I tried.
Dirty.
Yeah. No,
that's
real
crazy.
dirty.
It's happened a lot, dude.
Yeah. And it's just like, then you realize, wow, I built my entire dopamine system,
and someone just stole that,
me, you know, versus what you're actually making.
Well, I mean, these days they're wiring us.
No, yeah, and that's
crazy.
I really I'm still taking a step back from all that, where it's like what you produce and what you make is the value, not how many people see it. You know, obviously that.
And so that brings me back to like why I'm just making music to make good music. Like, so if it helps 10 people. If it helps 10 million people,
that's
like one person. Like I've done my job, and that's why I'm doing it. So straight up, people. And it's hard to
financially balance. It's not a very fun thing to do,
right?
Because people don't realize again like how much it costs to record. I don't even think we talked about this in any podcast yet.
Unbelievable,
but like in general, we'll do a quick like kind of rundown. This is not even that accurate, and that's on the cheaper side. So let's say to record a song, get a finished like product, once it's done, this is not the prior work to like that you spend not being paid or not paying anything, writing it and structuring it and all that. Maybe $1,500 to $2,000 on the low end for recording that one song. And then if you can't do your album cover and run your ads yourself or create all the other stuff you need, you have to submit it to your PRO for the writing royalties, publishing, to Sound Exchange for international, all this just for one song. And by the time you're done, you're easily, before a music video, you're probably $4,000 in.
It stinks.
For one song.
It stinks, bro.
And it would take, so $4,000, it would take over 1 million streams just to break even on that song. And that's before you record a music video or anything else, which again, low end is $2,500 to $5,000, $10,000, depending on how much you want to do.
Right.
And then you have to just start over and hope that 10 people like it.
Until like, you're just like, I always say this, like I'm walking through the dark with a blindfold, like with like the most utmost faith that God will put me exactly where I'm supposed to be in the music. You know what I mean? So
I feel like there's a lot to be said about that too. Again, with the manifesting and stuff too. It's like,
I'll be having some conversations with myself in the car every day, for sure.
You never reach goals without meeting smaller goals in front of it. So like,
say what
again,
you mean what you say, and
staying
consistent
on course with what you want to do will get you here. But again, you have to just stay the course. I think that's where so many people will lose it so quickly, is because of what I just said. They just spent $5,000 or whatever for one song, PR, everything, and it didn't take off. So now,
there's like
and that's what happened. So many, it's like, well, people have to believe you're serious about it too. Like, there's so many variables that go into it.
These people out here, they ain't messing around. These people are out there going to get it. Especially here. It's like,
I told you, I put myself almost $60,000 in credit card debt recording all my first stuff, and obviously I'm doing all right. But I mean, I didn't know. I had no idea whether I was ever going to make that.
But that just shows how much you believe in yourself. And, you know what I mean? And like, you have to have this crazy amount of self-belief. Whether it's like wherever you think you want to go, or where you're going, or whatever, like,
because no one else is going to do that for you. No. You have to.
Nope, they won't. Ain't nobody coming to help you.
They're trying to pump themselves up to go do their thing.
Straight up, for sure. Yep, it's a wild world we live in the, trying to create a a way for yourself in the industry. Straight up.
Speaking of the wild world, what's the wildest scenario you found yourself in after a show?
Oh, sure.
Damn, I don't know if I can talk about that. But
It's a good one, though.
bro, like I was like in my, I think I was like my mid-20s. I was in an alternative rock band called Kali, bro, and like we had got hooked up with this booking agent from Thailand, and bro, we would literally, like, I don't know about the craziest scenario after a show, but the tours we would do. Did
like you go to Thailand?
Nah.
Okay.
This guy, he would like,
Yeah.
his name was Chris B. I don't even know if I can say that. But
I'm pretty sure you can say first name and the last name.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just Chris B. We weren't allowed to know his last name.
No.
Nah, yeah, I don't know.
All right, this sounds pretty shady already.
Yeah, it was pretty. I don't know, but we paid him $1,500 to book like 57, 60 days in a row. He was like, "You're not taking a day off."
Where?
Like, yeah, wild. Where? All over America, bro. We would tour in a van with this band all over America, and it's we would be in the wildest situations. So sometimes we'd have like we would get a good rate for
late
the night,
90s,
play like a college bar. Shit was popping.
Yeah, mid to late 90s, to early 2000s. Everyone remember like Q is what I aim for, and all those like kind of pop punk, like they were just in vans.
Yeah, we lived in the van, bro, and like we were just in the most wild situation at all times. So. It was crazy. Like, well, there's this one time
How many people in the band, by the way?
There was 5 of us with a videographer and a merch dude.
So 6 in the van at all times?
Yep.
At least 6.
Oh, yeah. Probably 57 days straight. I think I brought 40.
Was it?
$40.
Was it?
On that tour, dude. And I was like, and we would call, I'll give you the pitch. We would call Chipotle every day and be like, let me see if I still got the pitch. I'd be like, hi, I'm Tony. I'm a tour manager for a national touring artist. We're in Ohio, and Chipotle has been, feeding these boys out and donating meals to these guys.
No way,
on the road.
dude.
And is that something you guys would be interested in to have us come in? They'd be like, yeah, how many you got? We probably ate $4,000 worth of Chipotle on that bitch. We lived off Chipotle and Planet Fitness. I had,
I don't know what the
money.
Statute of limitations is
we
on stealing from Chipotle. Either.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Technically, they gave it.
They helped out.
Thank you, Chipotle, for supporting independent music.
For that, but y'all managers.
No, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's good promo for them.
Yeah, dude, and we would live off Chipotle and Planet Fitness. We would work out every day and just smoke a bunch of weed and hang out and play the show. But we pulled up one time.
That was before weed was cool too.
Yeah. I don't know. We've just always been pretty cool. I don't really. Your boy don't smoke no more because it makes. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. That was before people were cool with weed.
Yeah, this shit now, dude. This just takes you to Mars, bub. And I'm like, I ain't trying to go there, but yeah, we would just hang out, man, and we would this one specific time, bro. We pulled up to this like
I forgot where we were even talking about.
Bro, he's asking the craziest time. So to turn this back around on the other side of the coin, it's like we pulled up to this house, bro. This is like the venue on our route, and it's like there's like we pull in and we go through the back, and this place is like someone's home. It's like a daycare, and like Jimmy is gonna make you some food.
A home or a daycare?
Bro, it's both. There's a bunch of kids running around and shit, and I'm like, I'm not playing here. I'm not doing it. I'm crying, laughing, because I was kind of upset, but everybody was crying, laughing, like, Tony's not, he don't want to play. And I'm like, where are we going to play, bro? So we pull up to the back or whatever, and he's like, Jimmy's going to make you some food. And like, there's like, this is a dirty kitchen and shit. And we're in I called it Grandma's house. So we took our shit there and played that bitch. And they had kids come in there. This house, this living room. Crazy.
So
I think that was a crazy
like
scenario.
Amps or like, was this just acoustic?
Amps. We brought them PA. We did it all, bro.
Drums too.
Everything.
What?
Yep. In Grandma's house. And they paid us with an old Christmas card that said, thank you. No pay.
Oh.
They play for an hour and a half.
And so
all originals. All originals, by the way.
To get this correct, your
Chris B. Shout out Chris B.
Your Thai booker booked you shows, some of which
were great.
Were at house daycares
straight up
and they were unpaid.
Yeah. He's like, we gotta fill the books, bub. I'm like,
And for any of you,
all right.
for any of you guys
So basically,
out there,
we just got to practice.
Yeah.
We were tight. We were a great band.
which is okay.
It's a great record.
If
Look
you're
at,
making money while you're on the road,
I can't sleep
those
at night.
stops are great.
Collie,
Yeah.
look that record up. It's killer. We did that with Mike Landau. Mike Landau, he did
right.
0.5.
Real quick. All right, pause. Shout out the record real quick.
Yeah, I Can't Sleep at Night, Collie. It's a great alternative.
How do you spell Collie?
Colly? Yeah. But that was probably the most wonderful times of my life, really. I was there. We were best friends in a van all over America with no money, and we literally,
Dude,
it was just free spirit.
Literally
wonderful, crazy experience of my life.
Growing up crazy, poor, and in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, where like I had to drive 30 minutes to see a building that was as big as a Walmart. Like,
Yeah.
that was my dream. Like,
Yeah.
I remember watching all those videos, stuff, the starting line, everything on YouTube, and being like, man, I want to do that. I want to go out in a van and just like live.
I just want to
see
be out.
everything, and
I want to tour.
Yep, live.
Yeah,
Just
I would
be alive.
The Philadelphia Lamb of God video. Like they were out there touring. Obviously, they weren't a band, but I was like, I want to go on tour. I
But
want to tour. It's crazy.
for you kids out there thinking that it's hard to make it today, and when you haven't even played a show or anything yet, and you're just like, I put
60
out
days at Grandma's
2
house.
TikTok videos and nothing's going viral. Well, that's how you used to go viral.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Play for free everywhere,
pavement.
nonstop,
Dave Grohl says the best.
and get in front of people.
Go play.
So
Go play your music.
Man, I think that's how you get better. Period. Like it doesn't mean that's how you have to make it, but that's how you get better and better and better. And
We're entertainers.
Yeah.
You have to be an entertainer first.
I think all artists are entertainers, like
You have to be.
at their core. And that doesn't mean that they're jumping around a stage or anything. It's when you watch them, you know they're feeling it. You know, like, again, to me, that's entertaining too.
Yeah.
Watching someone enjoy what they're doing is just as entertaining.
And watching someone enjoy what you're doing. Yeah. And like, it's an amazing feeling to know that you're putting yourself out there and doing stuff like that. Like we'd have people come into the, like I said, we'd have good nights, and there would be, the bar would be packed, and people would be like, we play original music. We play an hour and a half set twice and remix the set, and we play 3 hours sometimes. You know what I mean? And people loved it. They're like, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and even that's one of the cool things about covers too. Again, you get your chops.
I cut my teeth that way as a player. So,
I mean, again, you get out, you get to learn how to be comfortable playing and entertaining at the same time, being present with fans and everything. I'm like, that can only happen through repetition.
yeah.
And the more you get out there, again, normally when I'm on the road, once we sub-tour, first like 5 shows are like shaky, you know, you're figuring it out. And it's like after that,
Then
it's
bam,
muscle
and you
memory.
You catch that track, dude, and you're just
And then the
crazy
entertaining becomes easy.
And then you're like,
I can have conversations with people on musical breaks and songs and stuff, and like not even think about where I'm coming back.
You're telepathically like speaking to your band.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's
and
what
it's
it becomes.
this crazy, wild feeling.
You
where
guys just feel it.
You can say things to them, and like it just
know.
happens, and they know, and it's just like, it's a brotherhood, and it's magic, dude. This is rock and roll. Love
Definitely,
it,
man.
I love it.
So, also, this music thing that you're doing, what else do you do?
I'm a barber. Yeah, I'm a licensed barber.
Where?
At Bellbrook, Ohio.
You want to shout it out?
Company? Yeah, Bellbrook Barber Company.
Where at?
It's in Bellbrook, Ohio.
Bellbrook, Ohio?
Yeah, Bellbrook, Ohio.
Where's that at in Ohio?
It's like Centerville, Dayton area.
Okay.
Dayton, yeah.
So
Dayton,
just west of Columbus.
Yeah. And they're the best. It's just we're a walk-in shop, and those mugs come in there all day. It's wild.
Yeah, actually, one of the first times he was here,
dude, and I was like in barber
I might have
school.
you do that. Actually, we might do that and film it, and we'll attach it to this too.
Yeah.
I think I need you to clean this up to the,
If you got some clippers, I got you.
all the way down. Yeah.
Big bet. For sure. I'll get you right.
There you go. The benefits of having a podcast and having artists / barbers.
Yeah. Yep. There's a guy that I really, really enjoy here in Nashville. His name's Jason Cross, and he's a barber, and He's a crazy.
Same Cross.
Jason Cross, bro.
Oh yeah, we are going to have him on here.
This man is bad.
He's
a bad
he's
man.
funny. Yeah.
He's such a
uh,
great songwriter and entertainer and dude, and just he's wonderful.
Yeah,
crazy.
I would say all of
and
that.
Funny.
There's only one bad thing that I can ever think about him.
Yep.
You know,
he's good looking. He's funny. He's
what the one bad thing is, though, right?
What is it?
The one bad thing about him, though.
I don't know.
Come on, bro.
There ain't nothing bad about that, dude.
He's from the state of North.
Oh, yes, he is from Michigan, isn't he?
Yeah. Besides that, and that was not his choice. He was born there. So I'm not gonna hold that against
This is sacred ground right here. So, forever mile.
Those Buckeyes.
Come on. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so
same.
It's that's a hard gig, dude.
Yeah,
it's like touring a grandma.
So I became a Cowboys fan when I was getting into football and I was playing football like Pee Wee. Where we live in Ohio, we are only like 45 minutes from Pittsburgh, and we're 3 hours.
Town.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh's sick.
I love Pittsburgh, but that's not the point of the story.
Yeah,
3 hours to Cleveland, 3 hours to Cincinnati, and all of my friends were just obnoxious Steelers fans. And that was kind of the Pittsburgh-Dallas rivalry.
Every Pittsburgh Steelers fan is obnoxious.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That was kind of the heart of that rivalry and stuff, too. And I was like, I'll be a Cowboys fan.
Bro.
So I just, been a Cowboys fan since.
Weirdly, I grew up in a Mormon family. Like, my mom was Mormon. She got converted to Mormon. So I was in the Mormon church my whole life, and she did a mission.
Which mom?
My mom. My mother.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I have one mom. Crazy. But yeah,
the Mormons, I didn't know, man.
I didn't even catch where you were going with that. Hey, I don't know. That could be.
We'll edit that out.
Nah, that's funny. But she did a mission in Utah, and she met Troy Aikman, and she was a Cowboys fan, so I was kind of stuck since I was a baby.
So you're Troy Aikman's baby. I see that jawline now.
Hey, Troy Aikman, bro, he be commentating them games, man. I'm like, did you play for the Cowboys?
You have that. You have that jawline, bro. I'm gonna pull up a picture of Troy Aikman and put it right beside
If Troy Aikman is my father, that would be very unfortunate because I've never met him, nor have seen any fruits of the labor of that. He does pretty well, I'd imagine.
Right. He's I think he's done okay for himself.
He's the GOAT. Cowboys rule, man. They were Jerry Jones. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go there. I don't want to talk about it. We have the best football team in the league, and we can't win nothing. So.
Well, don't get me started on that.
Yeah, wild.
I coached football, high school football and stuff too. Football,
you're a big
sports,
guy.
But
you're
all part of my life.
That for a second?
We could go into like an hour just dissecting the failures of the Cowboys in the past decade.
You played a lot of ball, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that took up a lot of time. We actually talked about that in one of them.
What
go ahead.
You talked a little bit about what you got coming up. Are you allowed to talk about what you got coming up with Doobie?
Oh yeah, so we have an album called "Give 'Em Hell Until I Get to Heaven."
Single?
No, it's a record.
An entire?
Yeah, Andrew Bayless did the record, man, and I had nothing to do with the record, but I'm actually now writing with Doobie. And
so what are you doing on that record?
I play guitar for Doobie on the record. Yeah, I'm a live guitar player, and he's
so
just
you actually played the guitar, the studio guitar.
No way. Hey, no way, bro. I didn't play. I know we have the record coming out. I just play guitar for Doobie.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
yeah.
Not the recorded stuff.
No, they had some crazy monsters doing that stuff.
Yeah, dude. The parts are the parts.
The parts, they're killer too. The record is unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
All right, well, I'm excited to check that out.
There's a few singles out. Check it out.
You say he's from Dayton area?
He's from Columbus.
Pumped.
Yeah, Doobie. He's the man.
Ohio, man.
He's this crazy
Maybe we'll only have Ohio.
He's such a vibe, bro. He's just such a sweetheart.
We're going to change the title of the podcast.
Yeah.
You think you're going to have a new wildest time on this tour you got coming out?
Dude, the things that they got going on, man, is on a whole nother level of what I've ever experienced, and it's neat.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dream come true, truly.
I think we're kind of winding down on most stuff for this. What's next? Yeah.
I've got a new single coming out on the 6th next month. It's called Getaway. It's a really neat song.
Yep,
Sean Rogers.
I've heard it. Love it.
Chris Condon's on it. Chris Condon works with
was I in the studio that day? You were recording it?
I don't know. No, yeah. No, we were working on, yeah, you were.
I think that was the
vocals for that.
Yeah.
We did a song called Alone in My Mind. It's not done yet, but I think that's,
Yes.
this is a heater.
Cool.
All right, so
And just for the viewers, it's probably out.
yeah, by the time you watch this, it's gonna be out. Yeah.
Yeah, Get
So
Away
say
will
the
be out,
date
yeah.
And
And we'll link off to the
June 6th.
music video up here.
or somewhere.
And now you're like, what music?
and
video?
we'll
Like, I got
always
you.
we'll always keep
That'd be crazy.
we'll always keep things down in the description as well. Any links, even to other videos that we have on our YouTube channel for them. At the end, we always do with artist stuff. We'll do a little segment where they get to play an acoustic thing, and we'll have the links down there for that.
Yeah, don't open it in a new tab. Don't click away.
Yeah.
Kill our numbers. But
Just keep everything playing all the time.
Yeah, don't
put it on while we're talking.
Straight up. Thank you guys so much for having me, man. This has been gnarly.
Yeah.
So,
And for the last thing,
Love y'all.
we got a little rapid fire segment for you.
Yeah. We're slowly kind of figuring this out again. We're just bumbling through some of this, but eventually we're going to get more structured, and this is going to be one of the sections that we do at the end. It's just rapid fire questions.
okay.
And
yeah.
it's going to be like kind of, random stuff. First thing comes to your head.
Dang, I'm not so quick.
Eventually we'll have a timer,
All right.
and it'll be like you have 15 seconds to answer this, or 30
All right,
seconds.
bet.
Or whatever.
Let's see how I can
But
do it.
Cool. I'll start with this. I'll start with something kind of easy maybe, but it'll take you back in your brain.
Sure.
All right, rapid fire section. We're with Tony Earnheart.
Earnheart.
Earnheart. Earnheart.
No D.
No soft D in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no soft D. Oh,
No,
put
yeah.
that in there.
Or hard D.
We walked right in there.
There's no hard D's. There's no soft D's. This is just about
Yeah.
whiskey.
All about your heart.
Whiskey and talking. Whiskey D. Okay. That would be soft D, I guess. But all
This
right.
man's crazy.
What's the first song you ever remember loving? Like the one that you're like, man.
86 by Green Day.
86.
Yeah.
Green Day. All right.
Green Day, yep.
He nailed that one quick. And we'll actually put a little link below this to that song.
Fire.
More work.
Hey, right.
Insomniac.
More work for Caleb.
We're actually going to link
Favorite
every
Green Day
song,
record,
every
Insomniac.
person that we mention, and their ats are going to be in the description.
Yeah. We'll have AI do it.
What's more nerve-wracking, a first date or a first live show?
First live show. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's like always.
I still shake sometimes. I'm like, God, can I get a shot?
All right. This is cool.
That helps with both.
This
Oh, it
is
does.
cool, and I'll give you 3 options.
Okay.
All right. Dream collab, Alive or Dead.
Dead.
Who?
Tom.
Holy shit, that's funny. he answered the question, and that was it. I wish he would have just been like, next question.
No, I think
Alive or Dead was a question, but it was not supposed to be a question.
I thought you meant like
Yes, anyone alive or dead. Give me
He's
3
dead.
people that you would collab with. I know, the fact that you just said dead, you're like, dead people. For sure. I'll just collab with dead people.
Yeah.
You're like, next
no
question.
dream collab would be Tom Petty,
Yeah.
John Mayer and Post Malone.
All right. I will retweet all, or re-X all.
Yeah.
Can you say re-X? Or what? All 3 of those. Yeah,
Whatever they're calling it now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any collabs. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Maybe like Taylor Swift. I'm looking for like female artists on their way out. So like Katy Perry. I don't know.
He's like, so I have a chance? Is that why on their way out?
No, she had like a Vegas residency and they like kicked her out of it because it was doing so
Katy
poorly.
Perry?
Yeah, she had.
Yeah, that's
like a.
But I mean,
You'd think.
so
but-
you're like, if they're on their way out, I might have a chance. Is that your?
I could collab.
Is that what
I
you're
could do
thinking?
something.
Yeah.
You know,
You're like, let me refresh your career.
yeah, I'll come in and make it work. But no, yeah.
We'll do some OnlyFans stuff with you, Katie, and you're going to go viral.
That's how they get them all. They're like, hey, look, you're on the way out. But we're about to put you
Playboy?
on the way in.
All right.
Oh, I got him.
You got the next one?
Yeah. What's your go-to dive bar drink?
Oh,
That's
green
good.
tea. Green tea shot. And ice cold Coors Light, bubba.
Let me remind you, you're on a podcast called Whiskey Talkin.
Oh,
That's whiskey. It's James.
He's like, duh. That's what I said the first time.
Those Red Door green teas, damn.
Dude,
That's a big
the
glass of
Jameson,
whiskey.
too. That's like,
Yeah.
you went from green tea to Jameson. Like,
This was in the
come
green
on.
tea.
Yeah, but like, not really Jameson. Like,
Is not? Is that not what they use in the green tea
with
shop?
all the other stuff.
Hey, you got to get down.
There's gotta be some alcohol in there.
Dude, have you done picklebacks?
Oh, pickleback's fire.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
That's
pickleback.
about the
Jameson.
only way that I can truly do more than one Jameson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cousin
Green
was
tea,
in the
bro.
army. He came back, and it's like, oh, Jameson. I'm like,
Yeah, if I pull up, I'm getting can I get a green tea and an ice cold Coors Light?
but pickleback, I'm good with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something about it.
Yep.
I'm going to, we'll bounce around a little of these because I want this one. Biggest I made it moment so far, or like, I'm getting, like, I'm doing this. Like, this is happening.
This week.
Yeah.
Yeah. This week, bro.
Just the
The whole
connections
week, yeah.
and like the
we
energy
got to
and,
go to Bradley's barn, and it's the electric field dudes, and
and the people that you're around that
Yeah.
were doing it.
plus
right?
ones man.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
wild. I was
yeah.
just like, I'm sitting here kicking it with this dude. This is bonkers.
Dude, that's again.
He's like, we're talking shop. I'm like, this is nuts. It's crazy.
right?
What's going on? Yeah, it's wild. So this
I
week has been
had
crazy.
plenty of those moments, man. I remember when I first came here. I had so many people that honestly championed for me. In the same way that you're feeling like you're like, okay, man, this could happen. It's because again, you get around people that believe in you as well. When you're only used to believing in yourself,
Yeah,
And Tyler Rich,
That's
was
hard to
huge
do.
for that.
yeah. Doobie's always like, you're a bad man. Like, you know that, right? I'm like,
Dude, and
thank you, dude. It's crazy.
in the weirdest way, right? Like having someone who has zero investment in your life prior to that or anything, like being able to acknowledge that, and someone who's doing incredibly well themselves as well. Like there's something to be said about that. Like hearing it from someone like that, you're like, all right, I'm on the right path.
Yeah. I'm gonna shout out the tour too. We're doing a headliner in January with Doobie, with Nothing More. I think Archers and I Can't Breathe is on the tour. We're opening up that tour. It's a world tour. We're doing
How many in
32 dates.
Okay, how many in the U.S.?
Ooh, probably
Half.
more than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the countries? Do you know?
Russia and Canada.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know where in Russia?
I'm not going there. We're not on the. We're not,
Yeah,
we're
I
not
was
flying
gonna
over
say,
there. But we're just for the Canada dates.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like my odds flying in.
I'd go over there. What do you mean? I'd go over there. But yeah, that's another big moment for me too, is getting my first real tour, especially touring the way I have DIY. So that was a big moment for me too. That happened like last week. So
Oh yeah, dude.
Yep.
What's the most Ohio thing about you?
denim. I wear denim.
Denim.
A bunch of denim jackets.
Dude, I love that. I love that thing. Again, like, can we talk about this? I remember when I first moved, it was just random bullshit online, like random fans and stuff,
Yeah.
or just not fans, people. Like you can't be a country artist. You're from Ohio.
Isn't that weird?
Like stuff.
I
Like
think we're
that.
just
I'm like, dude,
songwriters.
have you ever been to Ohio? Like, there is much
Bro, it's
like
cornfield,
green
bro.
cornfields and
Dive
country
bars.
as any other state in the South. Like, no joke.
Straight up.
It's wild.
It's
that
pretty
people-
country. If you've never been to a rural king, you ain't country.
dude. We're 3 hours from a city. We were 40 minutes.
We have
from,
a Rural King now.
We were actually an hour from anything
I don't claim to
bigger
be some
than
country dude though. for
bigger
real.
than
I'm
a
just
Kroger, basically.
Yeah.
We were like Walmart. We didn't even have a Walmart within an hour, like most of my life.
Right.
Yeah. Until I was in high school. Actually, I was out of high school.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I just graduated. Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
like, Ohio's country.
shout out
shit,
Ohio. It
dude.
is pretty country for sure.
And people show
It's
up.
rural.
We're
rural.
It's rural.
It's rural. I think that's the word. Like we're rural. Like
We're rural.
like country is like Texas. You know what I mean? That's country.
I don't know what that is, man.
Like
That's
West Virginia.
That's Mexico.
That's Mexico. No, I
West
don't.
Virginia.
That's Mexico,
West Virginia.
bro.
That's hillbilly.
That's some cowboy shit. You know what I mean?
Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like.
I got family in Arlington, so.
Dude, love Texas.
The wife and I love it out there. Yeah, shout out to my wife and my stepson Cam, my wife Maggie. They're
I was gonna say you gotta say your
my
wife's name,
world,
bro.
my world, and I wouldn't be here without them. So,
That's cool, man.
yep.
All right.
Only a few left.
Yeah, I like this one. Caleb, you can ask number 9.
Mm-hmm. We should have threw in the wild card and spicy ones.
Right?
Your boy likes spicy wings.
Yeah,
B-dubs, hot sauce,
Here's one.
sweet
All right.
habanero.
I don't know how to approach this one because this happened here, but I'll let you tell the story. So I was gifted some legal edibles.
Oh,
They're Delta
Bro,
like
you-
9, 10.
you
whatever.
destroyed. Can I, bro? You
All right.
destroyed my existence.
So there's no question here. I'm just
That was
gonna let
horrible.
him tell this story because it is
Brother.
extremely funny.
it wasn't funny to me.
If you if you've not done edibles, obviously there's delay and they can hit strong depending on how much you ate, everything else. These are legal. These are not like the THC. Like these are.
I can't believe we're talking
You
about
can
this.
buy them at gas stations and stuff here. My producer buddy Justin gave them to me and was like, "Here, like I tried one, a piece of one time, and it like knocked me out." I told him this, by the way, and I told him the what it was. But Justin is a quarter of your size, so
Justin's
like
the goat.
Yeah.
Justin Wentz. Shout out Justin Wentz.
So he-
Absolute monster.
he was here to record and he was trying to chill, so he came down and stayed, and I gave him that like bottle tiger blood.
Tiger's blood.
Yeah, and
Tiger's blood.
I didn't know how much he took, and I honestly
think about
I
that.
knew nothing about them at all. Nothing. Like I didn't even look at the milligrams. I didn't look at anything. I gave them to him. He took a whole one. You can tell your side, and then I'll tell my side of
Yeah,
observing.
it was a nightmare.
He's like, that's it. It was.
dead.
I don't want to relive it. Actually,
It was horrifying,
I remember he was.
brother.
All right, so he was pretty like. Yeah, excited to record and everything. He was like,
This is
"Man,
my
I don't
first
want-"
song in Nashville
Yeah.
with this producer, Sean.
He was
And
trying
I'm like,
to.
I'm down here. I'm gonna chill. I ain't drinking.
He's gonna behave.
I'm gonna be a professional. We're gonna get after it.
He's like, I want to keep my brain right. I want to keep my voice. Like, he's like, I'm just gonna chill in tonight. And then that happened. He took one,
I'm like, yeah, I'll chill on the couch. Would you watch?
and then he just kind of like sits in the chair for a while, and it's like, he just kind of slowly disconnects.
yeah, bro. It was
And then
so bad.
he's like-
it was so scary.
He kept checking
I
his
felt
phone,
so bad too because I'm like,
checking his
these people
phone,
probably think I'm a psycho.
and then he went to the
I'm
bedroom.
so embarrassed.
And laid down. He came back out for a little bit, and then we just ended up going to bed. I was like, I talked to him a little bit, and he's like, yeah, I'm just, tired, and he goes to bed.
That conversation, those 3 words were like,
Yeah.
it felt like weeks.
Woke up the next day, and
I'm
he was
still
like,
ripped.
dude,
I'm ripped.
I think
like,
I'm still.
I did
high.
not sleep. I didn't
I
sleep. bro.
looked
I'm
at
looking
him.
up at the
There.
ceiling. I thought there were ghosts.
Is that true?
It was bad.
Is it 200 or 100?
It's 2.
200 milligrams. You ate a full one, right? A half of one.
I don't even smoke, bro.
Yeah. All right. Whatever.
Used to.
Anyways, a lot. And he was like, I was just laying in bed.
I was
and he was like,
hallucinating.
and I felt like I was sinking into the bed and I couldn't get up. And then he was like, I called my wife like 30 times.
Yeah,
I couldn't get
because
a
I'm
hold
like,
of
I'm
her.
thinking like people were like after my wife, and like I was like so scared. I'm like, are you okay? Like,
People are chasing you in my head.
oh yeah. So that was a bonkers night.
This
Dude,
was
thank you
supposed
for
to,
that.
yeah. This was supposed to be fun and funny, and he's like, I can
It's
tell you're
kinda
getting
like
anxiety
low-key
over there.
traumatic.
Yeah.
Very traumatized from that. But we woke up and we did the damn thing, and that song came out killer. Tidal Wave.
Yeah,
Tidal Wave.
dude,
It's out on Spotify right now.
You were in that bedroom for about 16 hours. You said you slept for like 2 of it.
I don't think I slept, bro. I think I might have said, yeah, I got some rest to just try to be polite. But
Yeah. I remember you told me, you're like, I think I still might be high a little.
bro, it was horrifying. But yeah.
No, I'll
never forget that. I try to forget about that.
That's great.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Yeah,
now everyone, and you'll have to remember forever.
bro. And then we later, I told that story in the studio, and then we wrote with Trey Taylor and Chloe Crowder, unbelievable songwriters here in Nashville, and Sean, and we busted out a song called "Alone in My Mind." So, bro, we got after it. Yeah, but I was not feeling the best.
All right, you got number 9.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Last one, and then yeah.
What's one thing fans should be surprised to know about you?
Or would be.
I played Santa Claus at the mall when I was 16 years old.
Wow.
For how long?
For like a whole season. That was my job.
Whole season.
Did you get any, like, you were 16
years old, bro.
Did you get any, like, high school baddies that, like, came and you were like, oh, no?
No, but I did have like...
So that means you looked exactly like this when you were 16 is what you were saying.
Your boy,
I mean, not
has always
that.
been pretty large.
I'm talking about your,
big dog.
I could imagine.
But yeah, my aunt was like, you should try out for this. I know you can do it. My aunt always wants me to be an actor. She's like, you should be an actor.
This is your first.
You should.
And she was like, she did the application, set me up with audition, and I went in there and smoked it. And they were like, I can't believe you're 16. But, when they called me, I was like, hello. Because I'm like, they ain't going to hire a kid. But I showed up and they're like, you're nuts. But they suited me up, did makeup, and they're like, you crushed it. I give a killer ho, ho, ho.
Dude, I'm not even close to being interested to you being Santa at 16. I would like to see you be bad Santa.
Fact, though.
You would be bad Santa right now.
Probably, yeah.
With a whiskey glass.
Come on.
Right there.
But no, I did have have like my friends, like little
Moms?
brothers, like come up, and I knew their names. So I'd be like, Noah, Gabe, how are you? And their mom's like,
what?
That's wild. Like, oh, this is kind of creepy. But
this old
I would
man
say their names, and they would just be mesmerized that I knew their name.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You're like, you're not getting what you want, but
yeah, here's what I said. I'd be like, I'll do my best. I'll do what I can if you're good. You know what I mean?
But can you do that into the camera?
What?
Do it one more time, right into the camera. I'll do my best.
Oh, I'll do my best. That right there.
Yeah.
I'll do my best. I'll do what I can. As long as you're good.
Yeah, that's going on.
I don't know if I would believe it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that was the exact thing, but I was, I had my things, and like it was like my first like acting thing, so it was cool.
Yeah.
So that is the most funny random fact about me, I think. That I played Santa Claus at 16 at the mall.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we are wrapping up here.
Thank you all so much.
We have again Tony
Cheers.
Earnhart,
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Columbus, Ohio, Central Ohio, and
Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton,
Columbus, yeah.
And we're gonna have him play a couple songs acoustic right after this too. So from wherever you guys are, from right here in Music City, thank you for sharing your time, a glass, and some stories with us. This has been Whiskey Talkin.
Yeah, and don't forget to drink responsibly and speak freely. And thanks for listening here. Make sure you tune in next week. If you're not caught up, there's probably, I act like we have 75 episodes, but there's at least 4 that you can go look at before this. So if this is your first one, go take a look. I know you'll know Trey real well from what we've talked about a little bit today. So go check his out. Be a good connection for everybody.
That's who Trey's the man. That's my brother.
And then go ahead and shout yourself out where people can find you.
Earnhardt, Tony Earnhardt, social media. I'm on basically just rocking the Instagram right now. But yeah, Tony Earnhardt on Instagram, EARNHEART.
Yeah, we'll have that in the description too.
Of every video forever.
We're gonna put everything we've ever mentioned.
I just always wanted to do it. I've seen so many people being like, they're down here, they're up here. They're like, look in the description, we'll have the links. I just wanted to be cool for a little bit. Caleb?
Well, that's what gets us views, is the slaving task of sitting on a computer.
Yep, and aligning links for people.
Yeah, great. Yeah. All right, find this link, put it in the annotations, whatever. Wow. But yeah, see you next week. Have a good one, and then if you shared a glass with us, thank you. If you didn't, you're doing better than us.
Yep.
Have a good rest of your night.
Praise El, praise Deo.
Come on. Earnheart.